Testing. It's the aliens and the gamblers. Oh yeah. Clear, sunny, and all that. Enjoy the game. Welcome to UFO Phil, home of the Albequerque aliens. Here on a Monday night. Aliens struggling so far. This season, to start this season. There you can see their bullpen. Yeah, innings 26th and 28th in strikeouts. And first pitch. Next, aliens, gamblers. Stick around. Paul Blackburn taking the mound for the Albequerque aliens here on a Monday night. So the aliens and the gamblers. So he started one game this season. Really? Yeah. That is the worst ERA I think you'll ever see right there. Lead off, he'll face Jaron Duran. This game could be a blowout. Just warning you. But the aliens won yesterday over the gamblers 3-1. 10.13 ERA. How can you get worse? Can you get worse with the numbers? If there's gonna be a property franchise in this league, it's gonna be this team. The black and the lime green is there's line for a base hit into left by Jaron Duran, and he's aboard. Start the ball game. So Duran's on for the gamblers. Vegas, they're 3-5. It's an interesting start for them. They're just enough not to be terrible, but are they good? No. Usually they're the team of glitz and glamour, but that's not how the first week's been in the National Baseball League. As there's ball one to Hae-Sung Kim. These way the gamblers lineup works. It's the first three batters are the ones you gotta worry about. Everybody else, oh, he dropped the ball there at first. But not enough for them to do anything. Jaron Duran couldn't. And they actually got away. Then maybe he could have tried to go for second, but it didn't. It just didn't happen. 2-0 to Hae-Sung Kim. Playing various MLB teams. Play with the Padres. That walk-off win. The flip of it's on YouTube and stuff. You can look it up. 214 batting average so far for Hae-Sung Kim. Here's a 2-1. The pitch. Swing and a miss on a cutter. 2-2. A really solid cutter there. And this cutter, I saw what Blackburn was trying to do there. He was trying to get him on that upper inside corner, but I think his delivery was a bit off, which caused the ball to go inside. Slider just got a piece of that slider. And the count's full to Hae-Sung Kim. Gamblers in gray and gold today. There's ball 4 here, walk Hae-Sung Kim. 1 on for the gamblers. The plate is William Contreras. 2 on for Albequerque, and there's nobody out.
Nope, ball.
This is already a bad start for the aliens. Already a bad start. There we got 2 on, and Blackburn hasn't got anybody out. I wouldn't be surprised if he's throwing more balls than strikes. Top of the zone there with a cutter, keeping the count 1-1. Seems like the strikes against her are pretty good, but his ERA is just horrendous to start. I mean, it was only one game, but boy, it's in double digits. We're gonna miss him. A cutter 1 and 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
I feel like this team's gonna be the Colorado Rockies, pretty much. They're in the highest elevation. They're a mile high, just like the Rockies. Okay, same old, all that. They struggle with it. They struggle, at least as far as the first week goes. They're struggling winning. 2 and 2 on a cutter. Blackburn. I believe actually, if there wasn't a mile high limit, I'd probably make them the stadium over 6,000 feet high. That's about how high Albequerque is.
You got a full count.
Cutter makes the count full with 3 and 2. We're gonna allow us on deck for the gamblers. Really nice field here, UFO field. Really, it's absolutely gorgeous here in Albuquerque. And the 3-2 popped up. Third baseman going at it. Infield fly rules in effect. And there's the catch. Round number 1. Finally, they get an out here. So Brandon allows to the play. You can see the rest of the batting order. They are struggling to hit. That's probably, I can certain back, except for Michael Conforto and Jordan Duran somewhat. Except for the top 3 and Michael Conforto. Everybody else is struggling with hitting. Those 4 batters are making up this team's offense. And his line at first, he struggled to get it. There's one, unable to turn the double play. And there's runners in the corner. It's 2 down. So maybe the gamblers will get out. Will we shut down this thing? Let's see if the aliens can get out of it. Here's Alejandro Abreu. 5th in the batting order. Yeah. Look at his batting average. He's really struggling with hitting. Took the changeup just above the knees for strike 1. Blackburn. Noticing a lot of his pitches, they tend to curve outside the zone. Either outside or inside the zone, that is. Off the plate. That's a better word. They curve off the plate. Swing and a miss under that four-seam fastball. 1-2. Pretty well hit. Now towards right field. This one at the track, not deep enough. He'll make the catch, and the Allen's able to get out. Runners in the corners. 2-out situation. We head to the bottom of the first. No score. 1 hit for the Gamblers. So taking the mound for the Las Vegas Gamblers is Matt Manning. 31 game this season so far, just like Blackburn. And for him, 27 ERA. Basically, he was terrible. I thought you want a lower ERA, right? You want a lower ERA. 27. That would be the opposite of perfect. I think it's a broken stat. I don't know. They'll throw strike 1 to Chandler Simpson as he's leading off for the Aliens. There's the first strikeout for Matt Manning in the ballgame today. Nolan Shonowell to the plate. Forcing Murray snap foul for strike 1. They're in the green, the lime green and black. The colors for the Aliens, and they love the text on the front. It has a bit of fun design on there. And the on pitch fouled off the end of the bat with Shonowell. 0-2. I love like the sci-fi looking numbers too in the back. I love it. They just have the head is their only. The alien head's their only logo. Well, kind of like the motors. They don't have the D to deal with the wings. And the O2. Just got a piece of that four-seamer off the lower outside corner. Just enough. There's a skill. Just fouling off balls on an 0-2 count.
That's outside. Ball.
Four-seamer. I think we might have been trying to get him to chase there. Or it was just a bad pitch. Couldn't really tell. 1-2.
That's a ball.
2-2 the count to Shonowell. Bottom of the first inning.
Count's full.
Oh, bad. That was a bad splitter. Three-two count to Shonowell in the pitch. We're gonna fly ball out. Answers right center field. This one is high and deep. Track back wall. Not deep enough. He'll make the catch right at the wall. And there's two down for the Gamblers on the Aliens. So there's your lineup. Their problem, yes, hitting this. Their problem too. Not as much as Vegas. It's just certain hitters. Oh boy, it's bad. Their hitting's not terrible. Their pitching is just horrendous. Maybe they'll be like the Orioles. That might be a good comparison. They're hitting, just based on those batting averages to the first week, they don't seem too bad. Just certain players are really bad. High fly ball. Way in the air. Still waiting on it. Gonna make the catch down the first inning. So we get out of the first inning scoreless. We enter the second. Just one hit for the Gamblers. Stick around. You have dinner here, so yeah, I'll get dinner. Get some chicken here. Here's Liam Bowman. May or may not hear me chew sometimes. Liam Bowman at the plate. Sinker for strike one. Solid sinker from Blackburn. Who's struggling to hit the strike zone in the first inning. Let's see how it goes here.
That's inside ball.
Inside for ball one. Threw 20 pitches in the first inning. He seems good. Develop a rhyme. Actually, probably not this year since Albequerque is terrible. A ball and 2 strikes to count to Bowman. He's been one of the best. I don't want to put him in the group of the 4 hitters, but he's been decent. I guess you could put Bowman in there too, because he's also been pretty good. That's perfect hit into left center field. That one is gonna roll all the way to the wall. Gonna be extra bases for Bowman. He's on second, and he'll stay there. So a leadoff double for Liam Bowman. His 3rd this season. This is a perfect hit. Perfect sound off the bat too. Loved it. So Bowman on second. Here's Jesus Sanchez for the Gamblers. Another perfect hit to center field. Bowman around third. He's going to try and score, and the throw is going to be way late. Bowman gives the Gamblers a 1-0 lead. An RBI double for Jesus Sanchez. Right down Broadway. Or just right down the middle, whatever you want to call it. Nice cutter for strike one. And this is Albuquerque's problem. 3 hits in a row. 2 of them were just perfectly right down the middle.
Ball.
And David Fry for the Gamblers. He's like that clutch hitter. Is he great all the time? Absolutely not. But is he good when he needs to be? Yes.
Foul ball.
It's fouled down the right field line. 1 and 2. Fry's known for his work with the Guardians in that
Two
in
balls,
the
two
postseason,
strikes.
especially against the Yankees. I don't want to talk about that too much. 2-2 count to David Fry. The pitch. Swing and a miss and a cutter, and he got him. One down. It's the first strikeout for Blackburn. Here's Michael Conforto. They quickly got through that lineup. The cutter to Michael Conforto. The Gamblers here. Oh, Grounder. Oh, he struggled to get it in the throw. They're not going to be able to turn the double play there because he struggled to get that ball into his glove. It was like, I mean, sometimes it just happens where it just hits like the edge of your glove instead of it right into your glove. So things like that just happen sometimes. It's hard. You know, it's because the speed of the game does not help. Because very short moments, it's very fast, and the rest of it's dead time. That's just how baseball is. There's a lot happening in that short amount of time, and nothing happening for about half. The other half of the game is just between pitches. Baseball is a slow game by nature. That's just how it is. I like it. It's slow, but it's all about the pace. Especially pitching. Kind of the whole idea is getting into that rhythm. Just another.
No, that's ball four. Runner, take your base.
Ball four to Jaron Durant, a walk.
Now back to the shortstop, Park
2 on, 2 out for Vegas. Here's Hyesung Kim.
Ball. 1-0.
His fastball. I think maybe his arm angle just was probably. Well, for starter pitching, well, when you extend your arm out, probably that's probably where part of the aiming comes in. Because if you like angle your arm like towards your left, it's gonna go left, and if you want that, that's good. But if you don't, or if it goes too far, then too much left, then it's gonna throw you off. And if you're on the right and you throw too right, you could hit the pitcher, or you're gonna go off the plate. So where you place your arm when you release has to be perfect. Be just the right spot. It's hard to do that. 2-2 to Hyesung Kim. And the pitch. He fouls that one off. Okay. Down on the left field line into the corner. Foul. Love the lime green seats, by the way. It's one of the bigger stadiums in the National Baseball League. It's kind of like Coors Field. It is the Coors Field of this league. Hyesung Kim doing a good job fouling off these pitches here. Keeping them alive on the AB, or the at-bat. I like just saying at-bat better. 2-2. Got him upper inside corner with a cutter. We head to the bottom of the second inning. Jesus Sanchez with an RBI double, and it gives the Gamblers a 1-0 lead. Here's Will Smith. So they do have a Dodger in the lineup, so
Ball.
that probably helps, but still. This is the equivalent. This is like if ESPN showed the Rockies, which they never, or TNT, or Fox, or even Apple. If they should, they won't. Because the Rockies are so bad. I can actually look that up. Where's that foul? You do the right. A 2-2. Swing and a miss, and they got Will Smith. 2 down. 1 down. His second strikeout. Here's Felipe Hernandez with 1 out. Custom player. He's on the heavier side, as you can see. A custom player.
Ball.
Another foul ball. 1 and 2 to Felipe. Fortunately, I can't really find. I'm just trying to just to see if it like sometimes if you just word it differently, it will give you an answer. It'll change the answer. Fortunately, no.
That's a ball.
2 and 2, the count to Felipe. Felipe is not. He's staying alive in the count here. Might age poorly, but we'll see.
We got a full count.
3 and 2, the count is full. He's doing a good job working the count here. Swing and a miss and a sweeper, 207. One of the players that does have a better batting average than most of the team at 207. I mean, okay, about 3 or 4 of them have batting averages over 300. That's actually not true. Their batting average is fine. It's their pitching that is just awful. Does it help that they're in the stadium where home runs are super easy to give up? That is not Coors Field. It's Albequerque. Nothing. 1 and 2 the count. Oh yeah. Swing and a miss, and he got him. We ended the third.
Leading off for the Gamblers, the catcher, William Contreras.
Here's William Contreras for Las Vegas. Top of the third. And yeah, this season, Albuquerque, the Isotopes are basically, they're not only literally the AAA Rockies affiliate, because yes, they're that too, but they're also,
Second baseman, Brandon
I think, in terms of like the league and the stadium. They have the same issue of altitude. That's what the stadium has, the altitude thing. Or, like if you, like for like sports like hockey, like they will have like oxygen masks on hand just because if you work out too much, you will run out of air. You got to take extra, you just got to be a lot more careful if you're exercising and there's just less air in general. Somebody got a piece of that circle change at Brandon Lau there. somehow. I think it was like way below the zone. Another 1-2. Counts 2-2. Albequerque's done a good job so far. There's a perfect hit to right center. Oh, we got past him. It's all the way to the wall. This might be a triple. He'll throw to second. Yeah, this should be a triple. He's going to go to third. Yes, he will. Brandon Lau with a triple here in the top of the third. So here's Alejandro Abreu. A base hit, and it's 2-0 Vegas. Just keep that in mind. So Paul Blackburn, he's doing his best out there. It's also another one that's similar is T-Mobile Park. It's another, or Comerica Park. Those three are some. I know those ones for being. They're. No, not Comerica Park. That's the exact opposite. That's the one that's not friendly to batters. High pop to right. First baseman on it, and you'll make the catch, and there's 2 outs. Maybe the aliens can get out of this. Here's Landon Bowman, who's 1 for 1 today. He had a perfect base hit to center. His first at bat. And we'll leave it a double here. No, he won't, and that will end the inning. So the aliens get out of it without giving up a run. We head to the bottom of the third. Adolis Garcia. Yeah, they have the offensive talent, but they don't have the pitching. There's a fly ball. Back it goes. Left field. And goodbye, home run. And the aliens tie the game at 1. Adolis Garcia with a solo blast. 439 feet. Well, he hit that one in just the perfect angle. It's just the way he hit it. It was in the sweet spot. And the power on that was really good. 8-second hang time, 33.9-degree launch angle, 439 feet. The projected distance.
No, ball.
And here's Yeimer Candelario. So the alien is looking. Maybe I really don't want a poverty franchise. So hopefully the aliens are going to fix that 2-6 abysmal record. For all we know, another team could fall right into it. I really don't want a poverty franchise. That, when that's pitifully embarrassing. I mean, you'll have a team that would be considered. There's a fly ball that's gonna hook foul. 2-2. There's nobody out either. So Giant Candelario. Now the aliens aren't in too bad of a shape. It could just end up being like the Marlins. They're just not good. They're not record-setting, but swing and a miss with a 4-seamer. Here's Jared Kelnick.
That's a ball.
Still hasn't batted yet.
1-0.
Playing left field for Vegas. Another pitch.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss at a four-seamer. 1-1. Yeah, their batting's actually probably one of the better teams now that I think about it.
That missed. That's a ball.
2-1 the count.
2-1.
Because their pitching is just terrible. 3-1 the count. And the pitch. And line that one foul. Good swing though. You make good contact as well, just not in the spot of the bat where you want to. The ball four, Kelnick will draw a walk. Here's Chandler Simpson. Manning already at 46 pitches. So, Chandler Simpson.
No, that missed. 1-1.
He's kind of like an average player on this team.
Two one. No, that's out.
His four-seamer 3-1 the count.
Ball four, take your base.
There's ball four and the walk Simpson.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Here's Nolan Shining once again. Albequerque in a pretty good situation here.
0 balls, 1 strike.
So they bring the run to him is going to be the question. There's only one out, so they got the outs at least somewhat on their side here.
1-1.
You just need Sean Noel to come through because guarantee a base hit to right, and that should bring home Jared Kelnick. Simpson on first, Kelnick on second.
Nope, that's low, that's a ball.
2-1. A lot of this is because Matt Manning is starting to struggle a bit.
Take.
Sweeper that just went back. Nice sweeper that went. It went like back in the zone. That was like right on the edge, and then it was sort of curved into the middle as it went through. Swing and a miss from the sweeper inside. Shonwell strikes out swinging. Here's Gunnar Henderson.
Ball. 2-0.
A couple pickles. That's what you're hearing. 2-1 the count. So the aliens here, they're in good shape. They just need to drive in runners. Launched it foul. 2-2. Another pitch. Fouled behind home. And he's gonna and I'll make the catch, and that ends the inning. So Garcia with a solo blast. And the game's tied at 1.
Jesus Sanchez.
Here's Jesus Sanchez. So the Gamblers, they came close there.
Ha! Here.
Forcing him in the count 0-2. In the pitch. Swing the line to base hit. The Sanchez aboard for the Las Vegas Gamblers here. In the top of the fourth. So here's David Fry.
Heck.
Takes a strike. One of the more clutch hitters in baseball. Another pitch.
Yeah.
With the trade jump, 0-2. He's in the inside corner there, Blackburn. I mean, yeah, he's not a good. I don't know if he's their top pitcher or not.
Nope, that's in.
But based on him, it seems to be what their problem is, but just looking at batting. So if it's not the batting, maybe fielding. The fielding isn't good. I don't know. I haven't looked too much in the Aliens. I've seen a lot of the Gamblers though. I mean, lined. There's one. There's two. Double play. 6-4-3 double play for the Gambler, for the Aliens. Plays like that, it's probably what's going to keep him in this game.
1 ball, no strikes.
I hope we don't have a poverty franchise in baseball.
No, that's down. Ball.
But if Vegas continues to perform like they have been, I mean, not Vegas. If Albuquerque continues to perform like they have been, oh yeah, we're gonna have a. It could become the Colorado Rockies of this league. There's a base hit to left, and Conforto is aboard. The Gamblers keep the inning going here. The top of the fourth inning. Here's Joe Duran. I'm gonna tell you this is a beautiful park. It's just the elevation, very similar to Coors Field. Absolutely. So yeah, you can see there's fans. There's still a lot of fans here, just like Coors Field. The team is terrible, but they still show up. The ground towards right past the umpire there at first. That ball's called foul. I don't know too, just got a piece of it. So the Aliens here, top of the fourth. 1-2 up. Swing and a miss, he got him. We head to the bottom of the fourth. And coming to the plate for the Aliens is Will Smith. So, there's a line that's going to foul on Will Smith. This crowd is into this game. I can just tell. Because they're actually... They won yesterday, and they seem like they're actually trying to be competitive against the gamblers, or just Vegas isn't very good. They haven't, because they had a great start themselves, but they were still able to get wins, unlike the Aliens. They got 3, where the Aliens only got 1. I think the game they did win, they barely won it. And a 1-2.
That's a ball.
Oh, that was
2 and 2.
somehow it's like form. I think he missed it on that pitch.
Hey!
Swing and a miss, and Will Smith is retired. 7th K for Manning. Here's Felipe Hernandez. Has lined a base hit into right center. And Hernandez, the new Panda, is aboard. Or the modern day Panda. He is kind of... He does have a lot of similarities to like Pablo Sandoval. He does remind me of Pablo Sandoval a bit, because everyone called him the... Maybe, should I call him the new Panda? The Pandalonian. There's a good name. I'm gonna call him the Pandalonian. Check swing, 0-2.
0-2.
To Alec Boehm. Okay, the hitting might save us. It might actually... They're in like the situation of the Rockies, but right now, as far as the stats go, they're telling me it's like Orioles like, where that they're not bad at hitting, just their pitching is just horrid. There's a fly ball, left field, back it goes, track, whoa, goodbye, home run, 2nd home run today for the Albequerque Aliens. Alec Boehm with his first of the NBL season. And they have the lead. It's 2-1. That one just enough to stay fair. I thought that was going to turn foul at first. Just from the way it was hit and all that. And then it just ended up not happening. There's a foul ball on a four-seamer. There's Garcia, who he solo homered in the 3rd himself. And that 1 count to Garcia.
1-1.
And the pitch. It's a bit upstairs due to the count 1-1. So Ben and Harvard are warming up with the Gambler bullpen. Somehow Albuquerque can pull in an Atlanta Brave and pull themselves out of this hole. It should be something. Grounded to 3rd and a long throw to 1st. In time, 2 down. But the Aliens lead 3-1. Just a reminder, they're 2-6. Here's John Candelario, and this offense is really starting to pick it on. Four-seamer up at the belt for strike 1, Manning. He's had a definitely not a. He had a good start, and then he's starting to struggle. He's almost to 80 pitches, and we're about halfway through. So, probably just the amount of pitches he's throwing in a short amount of time. Yeah. They might take him out after the 5th. We'll see. Maybe after this inning, swung and a miss and a curveball, and we head to the 5th. Alec Boehm with a 2-run shot. Aliens lead 3-1. Sung Kim and Paul Blackburn in the matchup here.
Hey.
Off the fifth. Solid cutter that's just enough to be called a strike there. Banks and Kirkering warming up in the alien bullpen. One pitch in the corner. Sigter got him for strike two. He can get out nice on Kim here. That'd be something. And the pitch.
Ball.
And then his cutter, similar to what he did, I've seen him do with his fastball a few times in this game. Or it's all the angle of it just ruins it. Just short to first is in time for out number one, so they get him out that way.
The catcher,
William Contreras, who first he popped out, then his second at bat was a ground out. So the aliens here as far as the pitching, it's probably most of the rounds are going to line their outfield, and their pitching is just not good. Blackburn's run hasn't been, initially it was bad, but he seemed to have recovered at least
That's outside.
to the best extent he can, but by the end, there's still he's leaving a lot of runners on base. That's the reason it's not like 4-5 5-3 right now. Solid cutter, 1-2. Got that one in the corner. It's gonna be turned foul. There's a decent amount. There's quite a lot of fans here for a team that's 2-6. I want to see how the worst team in the NBL is going to be doing as far as attendance goes. I want to see how they're doing, probably halfway through the season, by August. I would love to see how they're doing, attendance-wise.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
They're probably going to cover every team at least twice, if not more. I'm trying to show us, I guess probably like 100, over 100 games. There's a fly ball into left field. Back it goes. It's off the wall. It'll be extra bases for William Contreras. No, it won't be. They were able to hold him to a single. How about that? They held him to a single there. They got to that one quickly. Quite impressive. Good. In their pitching, this team's doesn't look that bad. That's what Paul Blackburn knows. Yeah, he's not giving up home runs or anything, but he's letting runners get on base. And I one to Brandon Lau. Just got a piece of this circle change up there for Vegas. I do think I do like gold. So Vegas, I do. There's two teams. The New York Sailors also have their secondary colors gold. I see never trend of not giving New York teams blue and orange. I want the line shot. You get foul down the right field line into the seats. Foul. Another 1-2, the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he got him. Fourth strikeout for Paul Blackburn. He's having a decent day.
Ball.
Another bad cutter there to start off this at bat.
That's a ball.
Four-seamer for ball two. And we'll see how this team. I'm really interested to see how. Can this team completely do a 180 like the Detroit Tigers?
Inside ball.
Or are they gonna do a Colorado Rockies? or Chicago White Sox. And be just absolute. There there will just be by default be a poverty franchise, but they're gonna be just. Are they gonna be just bad, or are they gonna be really bad? So ball 4, and now there's 2 on. They're gonna pull Blackburn. We'll see who they bring in. So coming in is Daniel Lynch. He started twice. His ERA sits at 5 right now through two relief appearances this season. We'll see how he does. He's going to face Liam Bowman, who's 1 for 2 with a double today. Nice four-seamer. He's got edge there for strike 1. The pitch.
Ball.
A bit low on the second fastball. I just love that text. They got the little alien spacecraft at the top. And they got aliens across. Just fantastic. We're gonna miss 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
Lynch looks like he's gonna get out of the inning. We'll see. Strike 3 with a sink of the knees in the lower inside corner. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Taking the mound for the Gamblers is Anthony Banda. He's given 3 times. Oh, he has a really bad ERA at 9. 3 games, but still. See how he does for the game. Like, this might be just a game of bad pitching. Let's see. I mean, maybe I'm putting a little much. Maybe I'm jumping the gun a little too early with the Aliens in there. Oh, they're gonna be the worst in the year. Honestly, yeah, I'm probably doing a little much, but still, it's an awful start. 2 and 6 for the first 8 games. Strike 2. I mean, one of those wins was yesterday, so maybe maybe it's the Aliens. There's a base hit to sit. No, are they gonna take it away? Yes, they will. I thought that was gonna be a base hit at first, but they're able to get out. Kelnich. It's Chandler Simpson. Bottom of the 5th inning. So far, it's been a nice surprise. Indians not live up to the record, which is I guess you could say live down, but that doesn't sound right. And a 1-1 pitch. Tap the circle, change up foul, and just bouncing right there between the batter's box, left and right batter's box. Got him on a slider, 2 down.
Now batting, the first baseman.
There's Nolan Shonewell again for the Albequerque Aliens. So Albuquerque, their hittings are actually it's decent. This might be the reason they're not the poverty franchise. That might be the reason why they don't end up being that. There's a runner at 3rd, and then the throw at the bag is in time to end the inning. We had the top of the 6th. And we know the Gamblers is Jesus Sanchez. There's a fly ball on his first pitch he sees. towards left field, not deep enough, and a catch. One down.
The third baseman, number 6, David Fry.
And David Price to the plate.
Nope, ball.
For David Lynch. Daniel Lynch. Daniel Lynch the 6th. It says VI. VI is, that's what it says on the back of his shirt. It says Lynch. Yeah, no, IV. That's 4. Lynch the 4th. But it doesn't say that on the, that's weird. Except on the 4-seamer, it's 1 and 2. I don't know. I don't know why it's, why is it not, it should. That's weird. That's just really strange.
2-2.
I don't know if Reddit will help me here. Why is it not match? That's just strange.
Ball.
Carter 3 and 2.
Full count.
And 1 from Lynch. Forced Marina got him. 2 down. He's Michael Conform barely, but yeah, he's able to get the strike on a full count. There's Michael Conforto here coming out for the Gamblers. This game's just been weird.
That's a ball.
This whole game just seems to subvert my expectations completely. 1-0 count. Vegas surprisingly. Well, yeah, I do know hitting is. Maybe because it's like a perfect series for the Aliens to win. Because Vegas struggles with their hitting. And the Aliens are really good at hitting. So, probably help it. That might be why the odds are in their favor. At least they seem to be in their favor right now.
Ball.
There's a 1-2 count. Well, now it's 2 and 2. Lynch surprisingly doing quite good here. And Tapper just got a piece at the end of the slider. Which, probably could have been better just to take it. But he got a piece of it, so.
Did he go?
There's ball 3. Probably should have been called a strike. And then. And a full count pitch. 4-seamer got him. Strike 3. We head to the bottom of the 6th. There's Gunnar Henderson to the plate for the Aliens. So Gunnar Henderson going to lead off the inning. Four-seamer upstairs. This whole game has subverted my expectations. I was expecting this to be a gambler's blowout. 5, 6, 7, 8, nothing. Not. It's just weird.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
Slider just slightly upstairs. 1-1. One and 1 the count. And this one's going to be a grounder first. There's a race to the bag, and he got him. Will Smith to the plate for the Aliens. His 3rd time. He struck out twice today. Literally is a Dodger.
Ball. One ball,
Slider
one
is
strike.
1-1. Another pitch from Banda. But a piece of that one, but it's. You got it at 3rd and the long throw to 1st in time, 2 down. This is kind of more what I was expecting this whole game to be like. Innings like this. So Felipe Hernandez on for the Aliens. As crazy as it sounds, him being fat actually might make him a better hitter at baseball.
Foul ball.
That's the worst thing about being fat. It makes you a great hitter or a great pitcher. It kills your outfielding skills, though.
That's a ball.
That's the thing with that. On the Pablo Sandoval, he's known for that World Series catch that won the Giants the World Series all those years ago.
2 balls.
It's like the second or third time I brought up Pablo Sandoval today. Most of it goes Hernandez. That's a really good comparison.
Hit it right.
Swing and a miss. 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Seems like hitters on both teams are struggling with fastballs.
Hit, 3.
Got him on a slider, and we head to the 7th. And the Gamblers, Jaron Duran's to the plate. Top of the 7th inning. See, that's what I mean. They're struggling with fastballs. But that would look like an even Jaron Duran. Oh, he's gonna bunt. Is he gonna get there in time? No. He won't. Probably the hitting coach, that would be the last thing I tell him to do is bunt. The job of the third baseman to get to it in time and make that throw. There's a pop fly in the center. 2 outs, an easy catch. Vegas' hitting is just killing them in this game. Because they're just not hitting. There's Contreras. He just singled today, and that's it. Despite being one of the better hitters in Major League Baseball. And he'll foul that one off. Strike 1. He's William Contreras. He's a Brewer, I believe, right? I mix him and Wilson Contreras up quite a bit. And a 1-1. It'll be Tapper. Foul going towards the on-field bullpen. Stupid. Which I think those things are really stupid. Why can't we choose the type of bullpen we want? Swing and a miss on a fastball. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Hunter Irby could take the mound for the Las Vegas Gamblers. Which will face Alec Boehm. He hit the 2-run blast that gave the Aliens the lead earlier. We'll see how he does. And doesn't waste any time, he'll swing on the first pitch he sees. Only at bat, and it's a fly in to right field for out number 1. This is Sanchez making the catch.
Now batting the right fielder,
Adolis Garcia also hit a home run. .350 feet on that blast. He hesitates on that four-seamer. We'll just take up a strike 1. Despite it being in like a perfect position. Both lineups are struggling up with fastballs. I'm noticing that. Why? Just wondering why. It's strange. So just notice that the Gamblers' LV is quite small in the scoreboard. I don't know why. I I don't know what the least decent they're gonna have. Run right off Hunter Harvey in the throw, and there's 2 out. You got lucky there, and that one didn't like hit him right in the face. Here's Candelario. Tough name to say. He's 0 for 2. But he has a good batting average, 300. He's like him and Royce. Probably what's gonna. That may be part of the reason why they're doing so well against Vegas in this series. That looks like they're gonna win 2 in a row. You know, at least take 2 out of 3. They might even sweep the series. That would make them look nice. Yeah. So now they're starting to look. The pitching still seem to be killing them. There's a fly ball! Right center field, back she goes! Goodbye, home run! 4-1 Aliens. 3rd blast of the season for Yeimer Candelario. 414 estimated feet. And this crowd is buzzing. So, on that pitch, he really attacked the lower half of that zone and put some decent oomph into it. And 102.6 off the bat. So they might actually, and there's a base hit, probably, or they screwed that one up. And Jared Kelnick's safe. The Gamblers have been struggling here. The play is Chandler Simpson. The Aliens here. Tapper foul on strike 1. They have like 3 or 4 hitters that are above 300, which is insane. A lot of teams don't even. Probably half the league doesn't even have a hitter over 300, yet they have 3, despite having awful pitching. That's probably why they're doing well against the Gambler. If you have awful pitching, that will kill your team no matter what. Four-seamer pop fly, 99 from Hunter Harvey there. And it's 0-2. And try and get out of this. Good pitch. On court foul. Look at the fans there. And the Gamblers looks like they're gonna win this series. Oh, that one gets away. We're gonna go into second, and he'll make it safely. Jared Kelnick advanced on a wild pitch. And it's Jared Kelnick. Are we gonna try and get out of it once again and a pitch?
2-2.
Oh, yeah, he misfired that 12 o'clock curve. That was like 5. That was half about, probably about, like almost a foot outside the zone. There's a fly ball into center field, not deep enough. The catch will finally end the inning, but not before Candelario's solo blast. 4-1, Aliens. So Yimi Garcia gonna come on the mound for the Aliens here in the top of the 8th. He's already thrown twice this year. Seems to be a decent pitcher just based off the stats alone. And he's gonna face Brandon Lau. This Vegas team is struggling with hitting despite having almost, I guess, use what the term they use for their core 4. The Duran, Hyson Kim, William Contreras, and Michael Conforto. Those are your top. And then your fifth, like, kind of, it's almost like the extra guy would be Liam Bowman. There's your offense for Vegas right there. For the rest of them just no good.
Ball.
You know, the rest of them are under 200 batting average. Brandon Lau, 167. Had a rough start too. He's probably the reason they're struggling. We're gonna best on a 2-2. Brown needs to work a bit on his skill of taking pitches. He needs to work on that. Another 2-2, the pitch. Going a fly ball, that one should hook foul, and it will. So Vegas, their offense is hurting them a lot. Their hitting is just...
That's a ball.
The series might bring their hitting down. They're like some of the top players that might bring some of their batting averages down and some other offensive stats. Just because they've scored 2 runs so far. The Aliens, they've scored 7. There's still a game left.
Miss. Ball 4. Take your base.
So there's ball 4, and Lau's gonna go to first. Here's Alejandro Abreu. He's walking 0 for 2 in a walk. Gamblers, they need offense. Their bats have just been not working at all. No 1 count. Nice curveball 0-2 to Abreu. Las Vegas Gamblers. Saw there. And the ball got away there, but if that ball gets out like the home plate like circle, bolt to the next space. Bolt, just run, sprint. I don't care if you're on third, sprint home. Unless if there's 2 outs and you're on third, maybe don't sprint home. I'm no
Count is full.
I'm no baseball coach or anything, so maybe I don't have the best advice. I probably don't. Great 2 to Abreu in the pitch. Got him on a sinker, 1 down. So the center fielder Liam Bowman, one of the better hitters on this Vegas team. And a Vegas team that does struggle with hitting. He's had her up to himself, just one double, and that's it. Because their offense has, that's probably the only thing they've done. And then the guy, Jesus Sanchez, he drove in Bowman after that double with an RBI single, I believe. And that's their only run. That's the only thing they've done today. How many hits? They have more hits than the Aliens, yet they're trailing by 3 runs. Vegas can't hit. That's kind of what I'm gaining from this series. The Gamblers cannot hit. And they're losing to a team that was 1-6 before this series started. 2-2 the count. This first of 2 seasons might be a tough. This is going to be a tough season for the Gamblers. There's a perfect base hit in the center field, and that's the second hit for Bowman today. He's 2 for 4, and there's 2 on for the Gamblers. So that'll bring the tying run to the plate. 111 off the bat of Bowman there. Oh boy. And the Aliens are gonna call off Yimi Garcia. His day is done. He's retired. Now let's see who they bring to the mound. I can't even read the name because it's a lime green. Fight. It's almost neon. It's almost a neon-y color because lime is almost like neon by default. Just look at it. Look at it. It's like popping out at you. The pitch should have maybe fouled off. 0-2. Easy Sanchez 2 for 3. His batting average is above 200. Tap or foul. And everyone, yeah, and probably the other three in the lineup today, all their batting averages are below 200. Swing and a miss. First K for Sasaki. Swung right under that pitch. I'm gonna bring in David Fry. Hasn't got a hit this series, yesterday or today. 0 for 6. Yeah, the Secrets will probably destroy his batting average. It's 172 right now. It seems like this whole series has been taken. 8 gamblers left on base. So yeah, the only pitchers, they're on base, but then there's at least this series they've been able to get out of it. 2-2. 1-1 the count. 2 out, 2 on. Another one to David Fry, the pitch. Oh, just got foul. 1-2. Fry is a clutch hitter, but he's had a tough start this NBL season. It's inaugural NBL season.
2-2.
Going for upstairs, keeping the count 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And another pitch. Get a fork ball tapped foul. Hey, we see a fork ball. That's new. Unique pitch. A 2-2 to David Fry. Fouled off. Right through that bullpen. Again, I hate on-field bullpens. I think they're the worst. No, not one MLB team has maybe one has an on-field bullpen. I'm not even sure that. Swag and a miss and a four-seamer. We're headed to the bottom of the 8th. Jacob Wood coming to the plate. So the gambler's gonna try and just get out of this, and no one's trying. Oh, welcome to the play. He's out for 3 today. Yeah, he's probably one of the worst batting averages on the team. 125. Actually, no, he doesn't. The worst guys for the Aliens in terms of hitting, they're worse than the Gamblers, but there's like two of them that are under 1 for the Aliens, but the Gamblers, they have a bunch of guys under 2. A bunch of them. So overall, Vegas is worse, but the Aliens have to be more extreme. Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's like take politics. You have.
That's inside. Ball.
Yeah. 30. I guess. Because that's to take like a test. And then like. I have 30, 18 are Republican, and then 14 are Republican, 14 are Democrat, and then 2 are neither. I don't know. Just making stuff up. And then they're all the Republicans, like on some issue, one issue, they're all pretty moderate, and then just the most extreme one is absolutely crazy. No, Nolan shot him while strikes out swinging. And yeah, he might be kicked off the team because actually probably not, because there's worse players than him. Here's Gunnar Henderson. So one down, bottom of the eighth.
1-0.
Forcing her way outside. 1-0. I think he missed. Again, I know he wasn't trying to chase. I think he wanted that upper outside corner.
Ball.
Again, it's the same thing. Lower inside corner. That one drifted off the plate. I think his arm is a bit, maybe a bit flabby a bit. It's doing one, which what this is gonna do is kind of that will ruin your accuracy. You need a bit of muscle, strong arm.
Nope. Ball.
If you want
3-1.
accurate pitches. 3-1 the count. Will Smith on deck. Alien's gonna try and hold on to this ninth, and if they win this game, they're gonna win this series. Which, if any team, Vegas, because Vegas they're just terrible at hitting, and that they're fine.
Take your base.
Ball for the walk, Gunnar Henderson.
Now batting is catcher.
Here's Will Smith. Struck out twice. Demon's probably just trying to get him to ground into a double play here.
That missed. That's a ball.
Sweeper there. Yeah, with pitches that drop, I've explained this before. When the break, you have to pitches that have a big break. You have to account for them to drop down. So, use your knowledge of gravity. Aim for that thing a bit higher than where you want it. That one's in the center field and a base hit, and the inning continues. And there's two on. He's always going to try for third, and here is the throw. In time! Because the throw is way off the bag. And there's runners on the corners for the Aliens. So here's Felipe Hernandez. He's one of the worst hitters. Single and a run scored for Hernandez. Let's see his batting average. 219, yeah, he's decent. Is he great? No. But
No, that missed.
he's not awful like some of his teammates that are under one. So we'll remember the Gambler bullpen. Just in case. The Gamblers come back in the ninth, and I don't think it'll have any face on their hitting. It's horrendous. The hitting this series has just been absolutely horrendous. They've scored 2 runs. I don't know how many runners they've gotten on base, but 2-1.
Nope.
Ball 3-1. So they might. So if Hernandez walks, the bases will be loaded. And how many? I want to check how many. 8 hits, but they can't bring runners home. And the 3-1, the pitch. Round off a forcing fastball in the lower outside corner. Just got it off the end of the bat. Full count to Hernandez. 4-4. And that's going to load the bases. So here comes Alec Bohm. He already had a two-run blast in the bottom of the 8th. This was a team that's really struggled until this series. This would be something. This four-seamer struck one. Love to see a grand slam. Yeah, he has surprisingly had a rough start. 118 for the Aliens. He's a big name too. He has name recognition. If I talk to any baseball knowledgeable baseball fan, they're gonna say, "Have you ever heard of Alec Bohm?" And they'll say yes. To see him with that low of a batting average is something.
No, that's in.
2-1, that one's inside. I'm struggling with pitching here. The pitching's not helping. Seems like some of these guys there, but based on bone, I wouldn't be that scared of hit against him since it's barely above 1. That means you're barely 1 for 10. It's still like real early, so those be a bit extreme, but still. Swing and a miss, he got him. Second strikeout for Jacob Webb. Here's Adolis Garcia with the bases loaded. He's on the plate. Four-seamer for strike 1. Okay, yeah, I can see why that's a strike. Just barely on that lower outside corner.
That's the ball.
On that sweeper, I think he was trying to get him to chase it. It didn't even look like it was easy to hit. It didn't look appealing to chase. 2-1 the count. Garcia. Bet the aliens don't want getting Garcia to play. And you can't walk him because then it'd be 5-1. So. Upper outside corner, 2-2. I bet if the bases weren't loaded, they would intentionally walk him. Swing and a miss. He got him in a sweeper. We head to the 9th. The alien's gonna try and close it out. So, Joe Jimenez coming in for So Michael Conforto to play for the DH, and the Aliens are 3 outs away from winning this series. This would be a massive step in the right direction for Albequerque. Another pitch. 1-1 the count there. Yeah. And the pitch, slider curve inside, and it's 1-2 for Michael Conforto. Another hitter on the Gamblers you do got to worry about because it's 323. That's like Aaron Judge batting average numbers. But it hasn't really worked for them this series, so I don't know what's wrong with the Gamblers' batting orders, but they can't score. 2-2. Want a fly ball towards right field. This one back. It's at the track. It's at the wall. It is gone. Solo blast for Michael Conforto, and it's 4-2. So the Gamblers aren't done yet. .343 off the bat of Michael Conforto for 2 games. So that thing just you put a ton of elbow grease into that. Just over the wall. It was a bit of a cheap home run, but he got it. But elbow grease in that pitch, and that's the only reason that thing got over the wall. Is here is Jaron Duran. Not a good time to come up for the Gamblers. Now so now they got 2 runs, but still a deficit. The thing is, there's nobody out. Another one from Joe Jimenez.
That's a ball.
Rough slider there. Maybe form was off a bit because that's all pitching mechanics is different with every pitch. High pop up. Third base side. Foul territory. One out. I'll throw him there making the catch. Which I saw Ken. Again, he has great hitting stats. He's 0 for 3 today, though. That's the thing. They can't hit. They just can't hit. And the thing is, they're in the park where hitting should be really easy. Probably why that one Michael Conforto home run. Probably why that one went over the wall and wasn't. Just because of the nature of the ballpark. We'll see we're 0-2. Crowd is on their feet for the Albequerque Aliens. Weiner in the center field. Center fielder on it. And he's got it! And the Gamblers are down their final out. The Aliens are one out away from taking the series against the Gamblers. And that might work them back up a bit in the standings. I believe that would work them out of last place in the Southwest Division. Liner tap foul 0-1 to William Contreras. And they're down to 2 strikes. Fans on their feet here at UFO Field. 0-1. Swing! That one's cranked out towards right field. Back she goes. Goodbye. Home run. It's a 1-run game. William Contreras with his second blast of the season. 4-3. And Las Vegas ain't out of this game just yet. Absolute no-doubter. Goodbye, good night. It's just whether or not it was going to stay fair or not. And it stayed fair. And they'll call out Joe Jimenez, who struggled here in this 9th inning. They'll take him out. And the Young's going to try and get out of a blown save situation. They'll bring in Orion Kirkering. Is his name Orion? I think I'm reading that right. Orion Kirkering going to take him out. He started 3 games. Rough ERA there. 7.36. So we'll see if he can close it out. It's a 1-run game here in the top of the 9th inning. The others might try and... They're trying to... There's a high shot into center field. Back it goes. Goodbye. Home run. It's a tie ball game here in the top of the 9th. And that's going to be a blown save for the Albuquerque Aliens. Brandon Lau and the Gamblers finally doing something offensively in this series. They've tied the game at 4 with 3 straight home runs. 3. This one. High shot, right center field. One just right at the porch in right center. Tie ball game, top of the 9th. They're going to try and get out of it without giving up the lead. There's strike 1. Now they need the Aliens to walk it off in the bottom of the inning. I thought this game was over entering this inning. I thought this would be an easy one for the Aliens. I told you the pitching's not good. The fly ball into left field. And that finally ends the top of the 9th. 3 straight Gamblers home runs. And it's going to try and walk it off. So I'll take Ryan Walker and take him out. Ryan Walker take him out for the Albequerque. The Las Vegas Gamblers, Yammer Candelario to the plate. Solo blast for Candelario. Bottom of the ninth. Home run will win the game. Swinging and missing a good sinker. That one, the lateral movement across the plate for Walker's sinker there. Very good pitch. Maybe moving across the plate might work here. We're gonna miss another sinker on to chase it. This is gonna be a tough out for Walker here. Just needs one more strike. We'll see. No tip. Going to be found off into the corner. Why are the seats gray now? They were lime green. They're just not showing to this night. That might be a game. It might be an in-game issue there, I think. The seats changed colors. They should be lime green, and they're not lime green. I don't know what happened. It'll be the show. Come on. And the 1-2. Just got that sinker foul. The Aliens can walk this game off. It'd be quite a feel-good story. Sinker got him. Candelario's down. One out here in the bottom of the ninth. Here's another tough hitter, Derek Kelnick. They need their hitters to come. They need a hitter to come through here if they want to win this game, because they might blow it the way they're going. They just need offense. Their offense was working wonders for them earlier in the game. With the 2-run blast from Bohm, then the solo blast to make it 4-1. Then they give up 3 straight homers, which, based on the pitching rotation, I'm not surprised at all. You give a guy with a 10+ ERA. No pitcher should have an ERA over 10. That is just insane. Anyway, ground to third, and that should be on number 2, and it will be. 2 down, bottom of the ninth. Might go to extra innings here. There's Chandler Simpson. 0 for 3 with a walk. The center fielder for the Aliens. We'll try and walk it off here, because if he doesn't get on base, we had the extra innings. And if he doesn't get a hit, either a homer to walk it off, or gets on base and the inning continues. Ball up to Ryan Walker against Chandler Simpson. Ball up to these two. Sinker in 21. It's all about focusing on the pitcher. Follow your instinct, avoid the ball. Follow the ball. Predict where it's going to go. And swing where you think it will go. That's what batting mechanics are. You need to rely on it. May not be the greatest hitter, but
2 and 2.
takes that one 2 and 2. That one home. Not shy of hitting him. Wasn't far off. Walker's gonna try and get out of it. We'll see what he throws here. The 2-2 pitch.
Full count.
Full count to Simpson. One shot on deck is probably the dream guy to face. The 120 batting average. Tough for Shonowell. A 3-2. The pitch. Maybe it's tapper towards the pitcher, and that will do it. We'll head to extra innings. The Aliens had a 4-1 lead. 3 straight homers by the Gamblers, and they shut them out in the 9th. We head to the 10th. 4-4 tie. Liam Bowman to lead it off top of the 10th inning. Hitter you don't want to face. He's one of the better hitters for the Gamblers, which like because he's at face value. But they have 4 really awful batters on this Vegas team. But and Bowman's hit. At that point, you might just intentionally walk him, don't hit him. I never understood why. I don't think anybody understands the intentional hitting thing in baseball. If you intentionally hit a guy, it's hard to tell sometimes too, so sometimes you can just get away with it. It's so 2-0 count at 100 miles an hour from Albequerque. Forcing him upstairs, inside corner, really good fastball. Just another one. Fantastic sweep, and the cat's even 2-2 there. Just the angle of that sweep are perfect. Definitely an easy one to bite on. Sanchez bit well. Got Sanchez! 1 down, top of the 10. Here's David Fry. 0 for 7 in this series. He's 0 for 4 today. He's a clutch hitter, so see what we're going to do here for the Gamblers. Perfectly placed sweeper for strike 1. At the knees there. To David Fry. Shooting with just a 167 batting average. And a line of base hit. 2-1 for the Gamblers. Oh, he got to third. He was able to advance to third base. And the Gamblers. The pitching might be what ruins them here. Estrada going to be pinch running on first. Play this Michael Conforto. Part of that big 4 that I talk about as he hit that home run not that long ago. So William Bowman looking to come home. If he comes home, Vegas has the lead once again. He's in the first. Swung and a miss on a fastball up in the above the zone for strike 1. Tension here, top of the 10th. Conforto's 2 for 4 today with a solo blast included there. Oh, he missed it. A run will score. Gamblers lead 5-4. They got him out though. Jaron Duran's next, and they're gonna pull Albequerque. Yeah. Aliens trailing 5-4. The pitching might ruin this feel-good story here. Fernando Cruz is gonna take the plate, and then we'll try tomorrow. Big game start for Fernando Cruz so far for the Aliens this season. 3.2 innings pitched. Not much of a sample size. So I'm just going to see how he does here. It's Jaron Duran. It's the Gamblers here. Ball. It's all about. He just needs to pitch. He needs to get 3 strikes. I tell you, the pitching for the Aliens might actually lose them this game. That's the line. There'll be a base hit. 1 run going to come home. 6-4 for the Las Vegas Gamblers. Another run scores, an RBI single for Jarren Duran. Another run will score for Vegas. Coming to the plate is Sean Kim. 6-4 Gamblers. How big a lead can they get?
Nope, ball.
And just when it became convenient, the Gamblers hitting just switched on. Like a light switch, just like that. 6-4 Vegas here. They're gonna miss a splitter. Thanks to Kelly warming up in the Alien bullpen. Wasn't crazy. Not only be a blown save, but this will ruin a feel-good story if Vegas wins tomorrow too, because that means they win the series, assuming they win this game. Because right now they're in good position to win. But the entire game, it looked like the Aliens had this for most of the game, and now they're losing. This is what their pitching does. It's gonna blow them games like this. That one's gonna 2-2 the count. They're gonna stay on first. They're struggling to get that out. Another 2-2 pitch from Cruz. One gonna be lined. He got it at third, a long throw. And Bone first finally end the inning. But not before the Gamblers take a 2-run lead over the Aliens. And the Abania is going to take third for the Gamblers. It's new people out there, so there's still a good chunk of the Aliens fans here in the bottom of the 10th. Still a good chunk, slightly less than before. Still a good chunk of fans. There's no one shot well, because boy did they blow this game in quite a fashion. They blew that lead. For the 9th inning, it looked like an easy 3 outs. And now they're in the bottom of the 10th, they're losing 6-4. And they have probably the worst batter at the plate to start off, so that's not... It's against the odds for the Aliens. Shawanoa with a miserable, a measly 120 batting average. That's it. That's the type of batting average for most teams that kick you off the team, because it's just so bad. If they wanted to be sent down to the minors, well before that. It's rare that I don't see too many big leaguers, besides like ones that are up and down, but up and down, going between the major league and the minor league. There's a fly ball left, this one back. That's real high. Not enough, and there's one down. So 1 down, bottom of the 10th. Here's Anderson. Bottom of the 10th inning here. I wanted to show, but yeah, I kind of wanted to see the Aliens have a feel-good story, but the Las Vegas Gamblers, they're 2 outs away from winning this game when I didn't think they were even... I didn't think they had any shot of winning. It's going to be lined a base hit. Henderson aboard. The tying run to the plate. Will Smith, 1 for 4 today. Again, one of the worst hitters. Horrendous start. 97 batting average. 97. Low 1 at that point. .97 batting average. I mean, yeah, the worst hitters they have in the Aliens, they're just so bad. Overall, it's better. Grounder. There's one. There's two. Game over. The Las Vegas Gamblers, after being down 4-1, they win the game 6-4 in the 10th. A surprising comeback in the 9th inning. Ryan Walker the win. Albequerque the loss. And the series is tied at 1. The Gamblers fall to 7-2, 2-7. No, the Gamblers, they improved to 4-5. Meanwhile, the Aliens fall to 2-7. I'm Thomas Rose, glad to have you, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.